Picture this. It's the end of the month, and you're anxiously checking your bank account, hoping there's enough left to cover your bills. It's a tale as old as time, a scenario that paints a picture of the financial struggle faced by many. It's a dance with numbers and dates that can lead to sleepless nights, filled with worry and uncertainty. In a world where money is a necessity, falling into the trap of financial instability is easier than you think. It's that sinking feeling when you realize you're living paycheck to paycheck, never quite managing to put anything aside for a rainy day. The risk of debt becomes an ever-looming cloud, casting a shadow over your dreams and aspirations. This is the reality for many who find themselves caught up in a cycle of financial struggle, a cycle that seems impossible to break. The feeling of never being able to get ahead can be overwhelming. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But what if there was a way to avoid this stress? Enter budgeting, your financial game plan. Just as a coach strategizes for a winning match, budgeting is your strategy for financial victory. Think of it as the compass that guides your financial decisions, helping you navigate through the wilderness of income and expenses. So how does this work? Let's break it down. First, identify your income. That's your financial fuel. Next, create a list of your expenses. This is where your money's been heading off to. Now it's time to set some goals. Want to save for a holiday? Pay off a debt? These are your financial finish lines. The final step is to record your spending and track your progress. It's like keeping a fitness diary, but for your wallet. This will not only help you stay on track, but also identify areas where you can make adjustments. So budgeting isn't a restriction on your money. It's just a plan for your money to ensure it's going where you want it to go. Now you might be thinking, that's great, but how do I actually make a budget? Well, let's dive right in. The first step is to figure out exactly how much money you have coming in every month. This includes your salary, any side gigs, and even that birthday money from Granny. This total is your income. Next, it's time to tackle your expenses. Start by listing out everything you spend money on in a month. Yes, everything. From the rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, to that daily coffee run. Don't forget less frequent expenses like car maintenance or annual fees. These are all part of your expenses. Now here's where the magic happens. Subtract your expenses from your income. If you have money left over, congratulations. You're living within your means. If not, don't panic. It just means it's time to make some adjustments. Look at your expenses and figure out where you can cut back. Remember, prioritize needs over wants. You might also consider different budgeting methods, like the 50-30-20 rule. This rule suggests that you allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or paying off debt. It's a simple, straightforward method that can work for a lot of people. However, budgeting isn't a one-size-fits-all process. What works for one person may not work for another. That's why it's important to be flexible and willing to adjust your budget as needed. Lastly, don't forget to review your budget regularly. Our financial situations can change quickly. Regular reviews ensure your budget stays up to date and continues to work for you. And that's it. It may seem a bit daunting at first, but remember, you're not aiming for perfection. You're aiming for a realistic budget that helps you live within your means and achieve your financial goals. Remember, the goal isn't to create a perfect budget, but a realistic one. Still not convinced? Let's look at how budgeting can revolutionize your finances. Picture this. Instead of being a puppet to your paycheck, you're the puppeteer. You're in control, directing where each dollar goes. No more wondering where your money disappeared to at the end of the month. You're on top of it. Budgeting is like a financial GPS guiding you towards your money goals. Want to buy a house, start a business, retire early? A budget is your roadmap, making those dreams achievable. And let's debunk a common myth while we're at it. Budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about making informed decisions. It's not about saying no to everything, but saying yes to what truly matters to you. Lastly, imagine the peace of mind that comes with financial stability. No more sleepless nights worrying about bills. That's the power of budgeting. Now imagine a life where you're in control of your finances, not the other way around. It's possible with budgeting.